This is what it seems like. That's the conclusion. That's a conclusion her own fans have jumped to that she wants out of Chicago. She said, P.S. Making decisions for yourself is a liberating feeling. Or she's at least implying she wants to be traded. Because at the end of the day, you just never know. You just never know what's in players' minds. And to be honest, it could be anything. It could literally just be her saying making decisions for yourself is a liberating feeling. It could have nothing to do with basketball. It could have to do with life.
Imagine signing the biggest deal of your career and then watching it slip through your fingers. Angel Reese went from being the face of Reebok's future to the center of their biggest branding headache. The hype was real, the marketing compared her to legends, but one missed wide-open layup and a string of brutal efficiency numbers could end it all.
So the Chicago Sky are an absolute, disaster right now. They're an absolute disaster. They actually won their last game, but I've said it tons of times that I fully believe that Ariel Atkins is their best player. I think Angel Reese is their second best player. I think it's a very clear hierarchy where it is Ariel Atkins 1, Angel Reese 2. In fairness, they won their last game, which is something for Chicago Sky fans. You've won a game. It's clear the main catalyst. You're clearly going to be at your best when both Angel Reese.
Today, we're breaking down exactly how a single televised blooper lit the fuse on a possible $1 million collapse. If you think this is just about basketball, you're in for a shock. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great! Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
It does make it sound like, this makes it sound like she is asking for a trade. But, and then there's a big gap between Elizabeth Williams in third. But we have now seen the Chicago Sky win a game. However, they did beat the Washington Mystics a couple of days ago. And there is something that came out of that she either asked for a trade or demanded a trade. However, if you guys didn't see it, the end of it was obviously it was something like that. Angel Reese, heavy on the PS.
It's wild how fast a player can go from being the next big thing to the target of every highlight reel troll account. When a brand pours millions into your name, timing matters, and in Angel Reese's case, the timing couldn't have been worse. She had the kind of deal that turns rookies into icons. Shaq himself put his name behind it, throwing his weight into the partnership like it was a sure thing. Reebok was lining up a 2026 signature shoe, complete with a custom design plan that matched her on-court edge with streetwear appeal. The commercials were ready to frame her as not just a player, but a movement. Then came that Mystics game. Everything was fine until one moment wiped it all away.
It could have to do with life, but it does. A lot of people are making the point that it sounds like she wants out of Chicago. And look, I wouldn't blame her. You don't fake back injuries, running from the grind, man. Look, I wouldn't even give it down if Caitlin Clark wanted out of Indiana. There are competent franchises and there are incompetent franchises, and Chicago Sky are the most incompetent of incompetent franchises. I wouldn't blame her for wanting out of Chicago, for being honest. Maybe more reason why she's out right now might be secretly shopping her. They're not secretly shopping her. You don't fake back injuries.
She was in position, the lane was wide open, the pass came right into her hands. No defender in sight. She took one step to the rim and the ball popped off the glass and spun out. It wasn't just a miss, it was the kind that makes the crowd gasp in disbelief. Cameras caught her reaction instantly, that split-second look of "did that just happen?" And in the same breath, replays were running on social media before she could get back on defense. You know how it goes.
When we're saying we're the most talented, dominant young core to heavy on the PS in less than a month, it was dumb that she said that. It was dumb that she implied that her and Camilla. She's so corny. I hope the Sky trade her. She pulled the pity face last game so her gullible fans could push to free her narrative. I think the front office and the near future Sky, the Sky have no future. The Sky messed up bad. Players should be able to request a trade even if they're on a rookie contract. Nobody wants to play for Chicago. We break in after year 3. Welcome to New York. Or if she's just supporting her friend's decisions. Yeah, it doesn't sound like that.
First, the clip hits X with the slow motion edit. Then it makes it to TikTok with sound effects. Before the final buzzer, that single blown layup had more views than any of her made shots. And here's where it matters for Reebok. It wasn't a one-off. She's converting just 31.5% of layup attempts this season. That number is brutal for a forward who built her rep on finishing inside. Brands see patterns, not excuses, and this was a pattern screaming in bright red. And as if that wasn't enough, rookie Sonia Citron and Kiki saw their moment to shine. Citron found ways to get by her on isolation plays, putting up points without much resistance. Kiki pulled her out to the perimeter, then cut past her for easy buckets. It wasn't just about offense anymore. Critics started pointing at the defensive gaps, saying she wasn't altering games the way a rookie of her hype should.
The future of the Chicago Sky and all this other stuff, and is the future around Angel Reese, is the future around Camilla? Man, they have no future. They don't have their draft pick. They don't have the rights to their draft pick. They don't have a sorry, they do have. They have the Sun draft pick.
Those breakdowns were happening in the same game. She posted 22 points and 13 rebounds, stats that look great on paper but feel hollow in a 103-86 loss. This gap between production and winning impact has become the real talking point. Coaches love hustle and box score lines, but sponsors? They want moments that make fans say, that player's a game changer. Dropping a double-double in a blowout doesn't hit the same when all anyone's talking about is a missed layup that kids in middle school could make, as one viral comment put it. Now, the whispers have started. People inside the sneaker game are saying Reebok has pressed pause on certain stages of the shoe rollout. Some inside sources suggest they might tweak the design entirely, rebranding her shoe as part of a general women's collection instead of a solo headliner. Others think this is the first step toward shelving the project altogether if headlines keep trending the wrong way. When a brand senses a risk to marketability, they'll quietly stop the hype train before it turns into a PR problem. The thing is, it's not just about the stats, or even the miss. It's the symbol that miss became. Dealers and retailers don't want to push a momentum player whose most shared clip is a blunder, and according to some insiders, that video has done more damage to her future earnings than any single loss could. The conversation has shifted from how good will her shoe sell, to will people even buy it now? And here's where it gets even trickier. This is bigger than just her own performance, because now, every time her name comes up in sponsor meetings, she's not just compared to her competition on the court. She's measured against the other young stars in the league who are delivering under pressure, creating viral highlights for the right reasons, and turning big games into brand-building moments. That's a race you can lose even if you never share the same court. Right now, Reebok has to decide if Angel Reese is worth the gamble. Most of her biggest moments aren't.